Guys, welcome back to another video. In this one I'll be doing a pineapple puff pastry. I hope you like this one. Let's get right into the video. In my bowl I have 2 cups of flour. I'll be adding half a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I will give this a little mix to combine. Next, I will be using a grater to grate 2 sticks of frozen butter inside of the flour. Next, I will be using the tips of my finger to combine the butter inside of the flour. Just a small tip to note is that you don't want to get the butter into small pieces. You just want to combine it inside of the flour. Once I'm done with that part of the process, I'm going to add 6 to 10 tablespoons of ice cold water. And you're going to use your hands to form a dough. Once my dough has come together, I am going to start the rolling process. The next step is to roll your dough about 1/2 inch thick square. Fold into an envelope each time while repeating the step about 6 times to create layers for your pastry. Once I'm done with the rolling process, I will give it one last fold, and then I will plastic wrap the dough and place it in the refrigerator to rest. Now for my filling, I will be adding 2 tablespoons of butter to my frying pan. Once the butter is melted, I will go ahead and add about 1½ cups of diced pineapples. about a quarter cup of sugar, about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, some cornstarch to thicken the sauce, and I will let this reduce for a little bit. Then I will set this aside to cool. After my dough has been rested for about an hour, I removed it from the refrigerator so that it can come to room temperature, and then I am going to give it the final rolling process. Once I'm done rolling out my dough as flat as possible, I will be using my pizza cutter to cut into small squares. I will be adding a small amount of filling to my squares. I will be brushing the edges with some beaten eggs. Then I will fold the edges, brush the top again with some egg, and sprinkle with some granulated sugar. I've also made a few cuts on the top of my dough, and this is to help the baking process. And remember to use a fork to seal the edges. I'm going to put my pastry on a baking sheet and place it inside the oven and let it bake until done. The oven should be at about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Here I'm repeating the same steps with different designs. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Turn your notification on so that you may be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.